of the 2-in-1 lighting. Their wreath and garland are available, as well as
wreath and tree.
Wreath. Okay, so we don't have.
And this is the swag.
Oh, wreath and tree and
yes.
swag. The garland is actually.
It's so difficult.
Yeah,
everyone's confused with all the because
there's a lot of different pieces.
Yes,
so
yes.
we have wreath and tree, 26-inch wreath, 30-inch tree. And then as a separate purchase, please ask about the swag, and we'll give you that information in just a second. Clearance price here, $32.90, so it's about a $20 saving on each one. 5 easy pays of $6.56 per month.
Wow.
So this, of course, is Rachel Pavis.
Hello.
She is the gal that brings to us the Bethlehem lights items and does such a great job. Thank you so much for being here. You know, my friend, always love it. And I actually bought from Bethlehem Lights last week.
The TSV tree?
The 3 of them. I bought 3 different sizes.
I saw it of
in
you.
the flocked.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have my. I'm gonna have my first
So
flock
pretty.
collection. So now I'm thinking,
This will go
do I
beautifully.
need the flocked wreath?
So this is the wreath that I use on my front door. I add a bow and I'm done. I like the clear lights, but
So this has to be inside. Front,
covered porch.
Covered porch. Okay.
Yes, covered
Gotcha.
porch. And so this one actually does the color changing lights, and it does fun lighting options too. So I'm just kind of cycling through. You get a remote. Here's what the remote looks like. And this is great because the remote allows you to do that 6, 8, or 10-hour timer, or you can leave them on all the time. It also has a mode that allows you to brighten or to dim the lights on it.
And speaking of dim the lights, when you drop these lights down, the multicolor, and it's not a choice of, you have both multi and white. That multicolor on this flock tree looks amazing. And I'm a clear light person for the most part, but when you flip over to this multi, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I love I love that I don't have to choose.
Yeah, it is great. You know, we were talking about that a little bit before the show. One of the great things about not having to choose is that if you're somebody who does a different theme every year, and I know there's a lot of us out there that do that, if you do a different theme each year, that's what's the beauty of this. You don't have to worry about choosing just doing multi or just doing clear. You can change it up from year to year.
Look how the color dances off that white. The snow-capped flocking is so beautiful, and Bethlehem Lights really does a great job of giving us nice and really high quality flocking. So, you know, in the process of travel and transportation, you might see a little bit of flocking here and there.
But like rub your hands on it and
when
you'll
you
see.
rub your hands on it,
doesn't
it's not like
flying
it's all
off.
over the ground. And that was always a hesitation for me before. So in terms of installation or assembly, the only thing you have to do is add batteries to
Yes,
it.
on the wreath, you're going to want to pull out some of the branches. It comes in a smaller box than what you can actually fluff it out to be. Same with the tree, you're going to want to pull down some of the branches around it, but really it's minimal fluffing. You attach the stand. It comes with a stake too, but the stake is for if you're going to stake it in pots, which maybe you want to do. You can certainly do that. Just I'm going to recommend that if you are going to use this outdoors, have it in a covered area.
This is a good size too for maybe the office. This is great tabletop for mom and dad that don't want the hassle of doing the big tree anymore. This is perfect. Look at how gorgeous that little tree is on a console table. This is the perfect thing.
That's so simple. Adding a bow and some red berries. I personally think that with the flock collection, adding those little touches of red really just pop. And I find too, with this flock collection, one of the things that I love that Bethlehem Lights has done is when they do the flocking, they apply the lights first and then they cover each one of the light bulbs so that then that way when they apply the flocking, they just remove the cover over the bulbs and then you've not dimmed the lights at all. It allows that brightness to shine through that brilliance of these lights. These are LED lights too, and it's going to take 2D batteries and you're going to get about 40 days if you're using the timer feature. So it'll take you Thanksgiving through the
holidays. And I always use the timer feature because I don't want to have to think about it. I also don't want to have to worry about where the cords are going and, you know, I was saying this earlier, hanging the wreath on the front door and then having a wire that goes across. And
years ago,
you can't open the door because if you do, it's going to mess up the whole set up so your guests come.
Lots of tape.
And you're like looking out the windows and like, go to the other door. I can't open this one.
This one's for show. It's a show door.
It's just a show door. Most of the time people come to the side door anyway.
Right.
But, you know, there's that one that feels like, oh, let me just go to the front door.
Yeah.
The wreath is the popular choice here, not surprising. We only have the flocked choice currently, is that correct?
That is correct.
So you're seeing video that's showing both, but here's some of the features.
Right, so 5 different lighting features that you can do. You don't have to choose. You can flip back and forth between that clear and multi. I love that you have a remote for this too, because that's really going to save on your battery life. I know you said you like the timer feature, but for me, when I go to bed, I just want to turn it off. And so I keep the remote in one of those fake books by my couch, and I can just turn everything off. It works perfectly.
Yeah, it's great. This is, again, your choice of the tree with the 2-in-1 lights, or the wreath with the 2-in-1 lights, both beautifully flocked, 360 degrees. And again, the look on this is that really heavy snow-capped branch look in the flocking that is beautifully done, professionally done. So there's not a whole lot of residue and fall away. I like that today I just might want the white. Tomorrow my kids want the multi, and with my remote control I can flip
make that
back
change
and forth between the two.
Exactly, and I just did it. I just pressed the button. The remote's really easy to use. It says color change or light option. So you know, if you want to change the color, you hit the color change and it automatically does it. There's a little pigtail on the battery box, and that's what's controlling it. Let me pull the battery box here to show you.
Okay.
So here's the little sensor. So just make sure that that sensor is where the remote can read it. So if you're doing it on the wreath, I like to pull it through the green so that when I pointed at it, it works perfectly.
Right.
For that.
And then for the tree, if you're going to put a little skirt on it, maybe just leave that sensor
sticking out. Exactly.
When you put
you can just tie it up here into the branch.
And think about this, for $32 for each piece, I mean, if you want to do both, then you're talking about easy pay, 5 easy pays of just a little over $13 per a month.
That's
for
great.
both of them.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
and that gives you the cohesiveness too of that flock design. That's what I was thinking. Like, you know, I did that flocked garden of the new trees from Bethlehem Lights that I'm going to put in my foyer. So maybe this little tree then goes in the adjoining office on one side.
Ties it all
and
together.
then this is what goes on that front door. So everything has a little bit of that, you know, cohesiveness.
I love that.
I'm still going to do my multi-theme trees from, you know, the different places throughout the house, but I love this for my woodland critter tree, and those ornaments would look so neat with that. So
and that's
how I'm
really
thinking. I'm thinking
right
about
now.
everything that I've got and how I'm going to make these things work. And here's what's really cool is that you're getting these at end of the season prices. This is 35% off the regular QVC price. And it's before the season, not after.
You get it now, and you're ready to put it out when you get it home, which is great. Because
day after Thanksgiving, baby, look out.
And that's really close. I mean, we keep saying it's this many days till Christmas. I don't know the number, but like I decorate at Thanksgiving time or even sooner.
Well, next week is the end of October.
Yes.
So we are not,
So
what,
4
weeks away from Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Not even.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. 4 weeks-ish. And I'm stockpiling it. I've got everything coming in. I can't wait to get my thoughts organized. And at this price point, $32.90, your choice of the tree or the wreath, you really can't go wrong. Continue to place your orders, 1-800-500-7590. So thank you, Rachel. And Rachel will be back a little bit later on with the oversized choice of the